6th grade, I knew what my topic would be. I would say my speech about a person who means so much to me yet is no longer physically here. I would write it to make sure that he will never be forgotten. I would write it to show what a special father I have. I would write it to show how much my father did and how much he means to me. I would write it to show that it is possible for one person to change the world. And I would write it to thank my father for all he did and continues to do for me. My father now continues to be my father. In contrast to the general opinion, I firmly believe that death isn't the end of life, but it is the start of a higher and greater life. My father didn't die. He passed on to a higher and greater world, a world of truth, a world where he can still connect to those left behind on earth, but in a higher and greater way. As my father's daughter, I know what he wants, and I also know that by fulfilling his wishes, I am connecting myself with him. I am connecting to something higher and greater. And in return, he gives me the strength that I need to continue and actually do what he wants. I remain here to continue what he left behind, to live my life and to continue his life for him. To do all I can to bring Mashiach and have him back here with me. Whenever I look at his picture on my wall, I see him smiling at me, giving me the encouragement that I need. It is his way of communicating to me that he is proud of what I am doing. There is a parable of a king who was strolling through his garden. As he was walking and enjoying the splendor, one unique, beautiful rose caught his eye. It was the most stunning flower he had ever seen. He walked over to inspect it more carefully and then decided that it was so beautiful that he must have an ear in it at all times. He then plucked the rose and took it inside his palace. My father was that rose. He is the most refined person I know and the most humble. He didn't care to show his talents to the world. He was fine with using them for the good without the publicity. My father had a way of getting his point across without the other person feeling attacked. He had a way of speaking to people and listening. He would give you his full attention and make you feel as if you are the number one most important person in the world. He was so good at it because of the neat care and love that he had for a fellow Jew. When Mashalachim came to my house, it wasn't enough for him to give them some money and wish them well. No. He would invite them in, give them something to eat and drink, talk to them for a while, and simply care about them. The sincere love and concern that for someone he barely knew was something I picked up on even as a young child. And now I miss that. I am blessed to have a mother, and specifically my mother. My mother is a living example of rising above and beyond and tackling your challenges. My mother is the person I look up to every day of my life. I know that I can rely on her completely, I trust her decisions, and most importantly, I strive to follow in her footsteps. My mother has shown me through her actions that it is possible to rise above and beyond your challenges, that even in a seemingly helpless situation, there is something we can do. Now we are in Gullus. We have been for thousands of years already, and sometimes it seems hopeless. However, my mother has taught me that there is nothing that is hopeless, nothing that is impossible. Now we are just waiting for one last action. One outcry, demand, or even one small deed has the power to tip the scale that brings Mashiach. Oftentimes, it takes something drastic to wake people up to beg for Mashiach. Why does it have to be this way? Let us all take on to wait no longer. It is time for Mashiach to come and reunite us once again with all of our loved ones. May we merit the coming of Mashiach now, speedily in our days.